What is going on, guys? It is CWGaming, and I am bringing you a very new episode of the Colts franchise on Madden 19. And in today's episode, we will be picking our team by the title and thumbnail. You already know which team I'm going to pick, and there was a lot of teams to pick from that need to be rebuilt, but the Colts are my favorite NFL team, and they've been needing rebuilt for a very long time, so I went ahead and decided to do the Colts. I'm excited to see. There's some interesting things going on with this team regarding Andrew Luck, as you see there. You see the offense is 81 and the defense is 75. So there's some interesting storylines going on with the Colts, being their new head coach, Andrew Luck's health, and just that receiving core that was once so great is just kind of depleted a little. So we're going to try and work on that, as well as our defense. And we've been drafting some pretty good defensive candidates, as you see Malik Hooker up there. And we will take a deeper dive into our roster at the end when we've seen some familiar faces on the field. But to get right into this first episode, we're just going to take a look at the preseason. We chopped it up a little bit and just played a little bit of the preseason. And these are some of the clips and storylines and things that I saw in the preseason that I liked. It's not necessarily to focus on the game, so I won't be talking about the game too much, just some of the things that I see. And the first thing I see is Andrew Luck looking healthy, taking off for a nice 13-yard run. And the storyline of this game was just the struggle from our offense. Andrew Luck struggled a big time in this game. He makes a deep throw down the field to T.Y. Hilton, but Hilton cannot hang on to the ball, and we go 3 and out in our first series. But another thing that I liked was our defense chasing Russell Wilson down to the 1-yard line. We had a good punt to knock them inside this field position. So we're making some good plays. Our defense is making a stand. The first series for them in the preseason, they just try to run the ball out and it doesn't work. So that's pretty good from our defense there. There's not a lot of defense plays in this just because we didn't really have anything interesting happen, and our offense is what I'm going to be focusing on. So Luck made a pretty good throw there, and he's going to try and throw this one to T.Y. Hilton. He was open. I don't know what happened on that throw. Just Andrew Luck just looked off tonight as well with this interception for Bobby Wagner, who played the whole game, by the way, which I'm not sure why, but he ended up staying in this whole game. But Luck, still in the first quarter, is just struggling, trying to make throws, as Jack Doyle makes a good reception. As you see there, 39 yards for Luck in the first quarter. Luck drops back. He's going to be looking for somebody to throw to, and he finds Hilton down for a first down. 49 yards and interception. So not really a good look for him today, as he finds Jack Doyle, who gets tackled by 3 Seahawk defenders, goes down holding his wrist. It will be discovered that he has a dislocated wrist and will be out for 4 weeks. So that's kind of hurts us a little bit in the first game. Eric Ebron will be taking his spot as Mac. Mac didn't really have any highlights today. He struggled running the ball, so our offensive line will be what we're trying to rebuild on this side of the ball too. Andrew Luck, 3rd and 1, tries to run, doesn't get the job quite done, and we will kick a field goal. So a slow first quarter. And I normally won't show kicks, but I feel since it's a preseason, we should go ahead and show those. But the backups coming now in the second quarter. Deon Cain and Jacoby Brissett are a big-time connection that I saw preseason. As you see there, Deon Cain, the wide receiver out of Clemson, who just recently tore his ACL, by the way, which is really not good news for the Colts. But in this game, he's still healthy and he's still making some good catches. So it's 9-6. Offense is hard to come by, but Jacoby Brissett makes a great throw to Reese Fountain, He was a rookie trying to make a roster spot, and we will be focusing on him a lot this preseason and watching his journey to make the regular season roster if he does make it. So 16-6, we're trying to score right before halftime, and Jacoby Brissett already has a passing touchdown, and he runs the ball in for a running touchdown as well. So that's good to have as a backup quarterback, somebody that can do that through the air and on the ground. So as you see here, 15 seconds to go, the Seahawks make an amazing comeback in this game, and we have to make an incredible drive down the field in 11 seconds for Vinatieri to make a kick, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Brissett had the B receiver open, but it could not make it. Slides down for first down, and Vinatieri has a 57-yard field goal in order to win this game as time expires, and that's exactly what he does. He has a freaking cannon as we win this first preseason game at the last second.
Coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, the MVP of Super Bowl 47, Joe Flacco, and the Baltimore Ravens face up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football.
So in this game, this is the second preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens, and the first drive of the game, our defense comes up with a clutch interception and gets the ball back for our offense, or gives the ball to our offense. And this game's not going to be as detailed as the first game, just because we don't really have anything to show. So Luck is trying to do better than he did the first game. He's already 2 for 2 in this one so far. Maybe he's a little bit warmed up now. He doesn't have the injury questions on him. He's just kind of out here playing like he used to. He's 3 for 3. Eric Ebron gets the starting job since Jack Doyle is hurt. And this play right here is something that really impressed me. Andrew Luck on a 2nd and 20 on the run throw over to T.Y. Hilton, and Eric Weddle cannot chase him down, pushes him into the end zone, and T.Y. Hilton scores off of a beautiful pass from Andrew Luck, 63 yards down the field right before halftime. And it was just a play that kind of sparked our offense, as Andrew Luck would only play the first half. So it's 10-10. Jacoby Brissett is looking to bring this offense a rally, just like last week. And Reese Fountain has a beautiful catch, and he does not give up as he gets into the end zone. He does hurt himself, but he does come back later in this game. So nothing too serious there, as you see him laying on the ground. So later in this game, Jacoby Brissett he had the right read there, but just the throw was a lob, and it did not go as planned. So 7 seconds, a similar situation to last week. Deion Kane makes a beautiful catch with 1 second to go. We're going to try and kick the field goal just like last week. It's a 58-yarder this time. Vinatieri is going to try and boot this one. We know he can do it. He did it last week, but this kick will just be barely short, and we will not win this game. Down to the wire. Offense played great. Defense played pretty good, but we end up losing this game. And the third game of this preseason is against the San Francisco 49ers, where we will see Andrew Luck play 3 full quarters, just to try and get a little stamina built before the opening season. And the player highlight in this episode is Chester Rogers, a 75 overall receiver. He's a rookie this year, trying to make the roster, and we will see him later on in this game. So Andrew Luck trying to start off hot. He played okay last week, not really like we wanted to. but he did make some pretty good throws. As you see here, he's 7 for 14, 102 yards. So he's playing a pretty good game so far. We just haven't been able to find the end zone. And speaking of that, this throw right here impressed me. This is going to be a dangerous combination this year. T.Y. Hilton and Andrew Luck, as that was a beautiful throw. Luck fit that right in there. And this throw right here, Luck is going to throw this one up to T.Y. as he catches this ball and gets smacked down just like the throw against the Seahawks, but Hilton caught this one this time as he catches this beautiful quick pass into the end zone. And our starting offense is finally starting to click a little bit as they struggled the first 2 games. But this throw, this is Chester Rogers, the guy we highlighted earlier. That was a pinpoint pass and a beautiful catch from Chester Rogers to hang on to that ball, and he's earning his roster spot as well. So not a lot going on in this game, as we're going to take the knee and we're going to get out of here with a win to go 2-1 on the preseason schedule.
Davis and all our hard-working crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, the now healthy Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts take on the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always,
so in the last preseason game, Andrew Luck will only play the first quarter as his minutes kind of decrease a little bit. But a good throw to Grant. We have not seen anything from him so far, but he will be a starting receiver. He has earned his playing time. And Andrew Luck tried to fit that one in there. Vontez Burfict picked that off. We had another receiver open, but I did not see that until now. But Luck, kind of shaky. But I think he'll be just fine. We're not trying to do too much in this game. But Brissett makes a good throw, good read. And we're down 21-9 in the fourth quarter. Not much going on. But this game is the Deion Kane highlight reel. And he came up really clutch in the fourth quarter in this game. And he'll be earning some game time in the regular season because of this game. And he had some good catches in the first game as well. And look at this route. He fights off 4 Bengal defenders to score the touchdown. He stumbles into the end zone, makes a beautiful catch. And that's something I like to see, especially in the last game when guys... we've already cut 21 players, so Deion Kane made that cut. He's playing great. So 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We have to make a drive. Deion Kane makes a beautiful catch on 4th down. Brissett has 2 touchdowns already today. And this is the first run, or the second run I've showed this episode, just because we have not really had anything going for the run game. And we're really focusing on that receiver core. And speaking of the receiver core, Brissett makes a beautiful catch to Reese Fountain. And Reese Fountain has earned a spot on the regular season roster, and he's made some pretty good catches. So with a minute to go, we're going to try and make a last-minute stand. We're down by 5 points. We need a touchdown in order to keep this game in our favor. Brissett, 1st and 10, makes a beautiful run down with less than a minute to go. And we're still trying to make this last-minute comeback. Brissett, with 30 seconds, runs down inside the 5-yard line to the 4. And 15 seconds to go. A beautiful throw and catch to Deion Kane. The human highlight reel of this game right here. And we will go ahead and win this game if we can make a stop. They have 13 seconds, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and run this 2-point conversion to Deion Kane. He runs it into the end zone, and they must have a touchdown to win, field goal to tie. But they will not be able to do that. Defense comes up clutch and makes the stop. So we ended up winning this game, and we only lost 1 game in the preseason. I saw some pretty good things out of our offense. Andrew Luck had 12 touchdown passes. I did not save the stats, by accident, so we do not have those, but I did see Luck had 12 touchdown passes on the preseason. So we're going to go ahead and get out of this game with a win. A good note to finish off the preseason, as you see here, we only had one loss, and that was against the Ravens, and it was really close. So every game we played this preseason was really close, and I'm excited to go ahead and get into this first season just because I've seen some pretty good things in some places that we need to fix, and with the draft classes, I think it'll be a lot more fun to play franchise mode this year. So ready to get into that, but we're going to take a deep dive into our roster. And now that we've seen guys play, as you see there, Andrew Luck, our starting quarterback, hope he can stay healthy. Jacoby Brissett impressed me a lot coming over from New England. The second year QB, quick development, so he'll be a good backup just in case we need him. T.Y. Hilton will be a deadly combo this year. Quick development. He's a great receiver. He's a scheme-fit guy. And Deion Kane is the next guy we will look into. He's a 68 overall, but I think he will develop into a pretty good foundational receiver. So we're going to keep him on the main roster and just hope he can develop as well as Reese Fountain. He earned himself a roster spot, 68 overall. I think he'll be a pretty good guy we can rely on as well on the offensive side of the ball. He has some pretty good stats there, as you see, 89 speed, 80 catching. So I think he'll keep developing, and he'll be a pretty good receiver to have. On the defensive side, we didn't really show much defense guys, just because our defense is so weak. It's hard to pinpoint one guy, but Malik Hooker is a guy that we will pinpoint just because he's going to be a superstar, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do. Along with Jack Doyle, you see there, dislocated elbow, out 2 weeks. He's still going to be out for 2 more weeks, and he's going to be a star. So I'm ready for him to come back, and once we have all of our pieces together, I think we'll be dangerous. And in the next episode, we will get into the first game of the regular season against the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm excited to see that game right there. And I will see you guys in the next episode. See you later.